Hi guys, this is Miss Bree. I will be your acting and stage movement coach for this session of Glee Club, and I am so excited to be here with you guys today. So stage movement may be a new term for some of you. It just means movement that we do on stage on purpose, that we've planned, as opposed to like something that you've improv'd, where you're just kind of making it up as you go, which also has a place on stage. And a type of stage movement that we're going to be focusing on today is called choreography. Choreography is just dancing that we do on stage, and a lot of times we do that in unison with other performers, so like at the same time as everybody else. So for me, as a performer, as an actor, as a musician and dancer turned choreographer, I find that it's helpful to find some common words and phrases, and in some cases some common structure with other dancers to help me frame what my body already wants to do and just doesn't have a framework for yet. And that then builds into our choreography, so it's a pretty cool thing. And something I really love doing is creating our choreography in collaboration or by working with you guys in the class. So feel free to take as much time as you would like with this video. You can pause it, you can rewind it, you can just sit and watch it straight through to get a feel for what we're doing. So go ahead and grab a bottle of water, get in some comfy clothes if you're not already, and some comfortable shoes that you can move in, and let's get going. So the first thing that we're going to do is start by warming up our air. So that just means getting all three sections of our lungs all moving together, all ready to sing and dance, because doing those together can be a little bit challenging. And this is going to help us build endurance. And we're going to do that by starting with a do drone. So I'm going to pick a do, in this case middle C, and I'm going to say E-A-O, 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 ooh. And I'm going to hold that last ooh as long as I can. All right, here we go. E-A-O, E-A-O, E-A-O. And then I'm going to take it up a half step. So here I'm on my C sharp. E-A-O, E-A-O, E-A-O. All right, last one. I'm going to make really sure that I'm breathing all the way down here, in the middle here, and all the way up here, so that I'm getting all three sections of my lungs without getting those shoulders up. All right. E-A-O, E-A-O, E-A-O. All right, great job warming up on that do drone. Now we're going to move on to hip circles. So for these, we're just going to put our feet about shoulders width apart with our toes facing forward. You may hear me refer to this as parallel second position sometimes. Toes are facing front and the feet are shoulder width apart. I'm going to take my hands, just put on my hips here, and just move in a circle all the way around, kind of hinging at my hips there. And around to the other side, just kind of stretching those muscles as I go, supporting my core all the way around. All right, good job. All right, now let's do some arm circles. So I'm going to put my hands out straight to the side. I'm going to just start moving in big circles forward and back. Ooh. And then let's go across. Switching which arm is on top. Good. Now leave your arms out to the side and do some circles with your wrists, going forward and then going back. And bring your hands forward and make blade hands. That means we have all of our fingers and thumb together, all right? And just press down and press out and down and out, out to the side, way up high, way down low. All right, good job. All right, now last piece of our warm-up, we're going to do one final do drone. For this one, we're going to go back to our hip circles. So let's go to our middle C, do, do. Hands on hips, do, E-A-O, E-A-O, E-A-O. All right, great job warming up, guys. Go ahead and take a 5-minute break, have a drink of water, and when you come back, we'll get going on some dance moves. All right, welcome back to our choreography basics video. We're going to get into some dancing now that we've had a chance to get warmed up. So the first thing we're going to do is look at 4 basic foot positions that we're going to be using a lot this semester. The first one is called parallel first, and it just means that your feet are together with your toes pointing forward, parallel. So from our parallel first position here, we are going to move into ballet first position. So that means that our heels stay together just like they are right now, but our toes face outward and turn out, it's called. So I'm going to turn out here with my heels together, and that is my ballet first position. All right, the next position we're going to look at is parallel second position. So to get into this position, we're going to start in parallel first, feet together, toes facing forward, and step out so our feet are shoulder width apart with our toes still facing forward. So my feet are still parallel and my toes are facing the audience, feet shoulder width apart. Our next position is really similar. This is ballet second position. So from here to get into ballet second, I'm going to leave my heels right where they are and I'm going to turn out. So turning my toes outward. And now I am in ballet second. So you can practice here again, going from parallel second to ballet second, back to ballet first maybe, back to parallel first, and try moving between these positions to see what it feels like in your body. All right, the next thing we're going to look at is called a step touch. So that means that we are going to step to the side and touch our feet together. Step to the side, touch feet together. Step, touch. And this is similar to a march where we're keeping the beat or keeping the rhythm of the song in our feet on this. So we'll go more into that in our body percussion section. But let's look at some variations. So some different ways that we can use that same move to create some different choreography. So I just did a step, touch, step, touch. Now what happens if I leave my feet apart and just move my heels? Step, touch, step, touch. We call these heel fronts because I'm just taking my heel, moving it forward and moving it back. So my heel moves to the front and back, and it's the same beat as a step touch. The next thing we're going to look at is a step back touch. So this keeps that same beat of the step, touch, but I'm going to move one foot behind the other. So if I start from my parallel first position, feet together, toes facing forward, take a step to my right, and then take my left foot and step behind, and then back, I'm doing a step, touch, back. So step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch. So there are lots of ways that we can use the same move to build some interesting visual storytelling through our dance. All right, now let's go to something that's even a little bit more complex. So we're going to be doing different variations, different styles of this next move at least 4 times in our choreography. Now for the basic move, I'm going to start with my feet in parallel second position, up on my toes, and I'm going to turn my heels so that that turns my whole body. So if you watch, I go up on my toes, and then if I turn my heels to the left, it's going to turn my whole body. Now if I go up again and turn my heels to the right, it's going to turn my whole body. All right, so let's try that together. Have your feet in parallel second position, toes facing forward, feet shoulder width apart. Go slightly up on the balls of your feet and go to the left, then the right, then the left. And this time, while you're over here on the left, try bending your knees and picking up the heels of your foot at the same time so that you go up, and that means my shoulders are going to stay about in the same place. Starting from that parallel second position, left, right, left, now knees and heels together. Let's try it again, this time going to the right. Right, left, right, knees and heels, up. All right, and we're going to use this whenever we're talking about dancing in our set. Thank you so much for taking the time to go through this video. Miss Danielle and I are so proud of the hard work you guys have been doing, and we will look forward to seeing you next rehearsal.